In our previous episode, we arrived at Crocodile Bridge after a very emotional 6-day trip. It didn't take us long though to get settled on a lovely site right on the fence. Within an hour we were all set and on our first game drive. We could not have imagined what lay ahead of us for the next 6 days. Our first drive was on the H42 towards Lower Sabi. The road follows the Vurhami River, which was very dry. The many water puddles in the road clearly indicated that lots of rain had fallen. The Croc Bridge area was looking great and the H42 was to deliver many exciting moments as we explored the south. We were very surprised at the elephant numbers along the road, with many elephant roadblocks along the way.
This elephant is not to be played with, and this guy, he thinks he knows what to do. He wants to gap it that way. Go right next to him. What are you doing, person? This guy's not in the mood to be played with. Okay, so now it's a standoff. Oh! Oh, finally.
And then, our most exciting moment, a fleeting sighting of a leopard as we made our way back to camp. Unfortunately though, within moments the leopard was gone, leaving us with this single shot. It was a good omen though, with many more to come.
The Kruger Park is an exceptional location for wildlife photography, especially birds in flight photography, with opportunities around almost every corner. I was having great fun. Elmarie was kept very busy logging all our sightings, locations and game drives on polar steps. We were in heaven. We're on an early game drive this morning from Crocodile Bridge. Last night, just as it was getting dark, we saw 2 lions just down about 200 meters off the road here. We've come back here this morning to see if we can see them, but they're nowhere to be seen yet, and lions can cover big distances. What do you think, sweetheart?
Yes, for sure they can. Plus it's also been raining in the night again, and there's more rain forecast for today, so we'll have to find out what they're going to do in the rain.
Our drive continued north on the H42 beyond the S130 turnoff. We discovered some very exciting and interesting loops right onto the Vurhami riverbank. With careful navigation and 4-wheel drive, we reached the end of the loop. And what a surprise awaited us. We had just ridden within meters of 4 lionesses lying out of view down the riverbank. Our view back up the river revealed it all. We were elated. And then, much to our surprise, one of the females decided on a walk up the river right in front of us. We were left breathless. It was getting late, but there was another lion sighting not too far away, and on our way home, just a short distance up the S28. We didn't hesitate and were soon part of the heavy traffic, very typical of sightings in the south. These lions became regular over the next few days as we got more familiar with their movements. They would be at the center of a sad but also victorious incident which happened on our last day at Crocodile Bridge. As the sun set, we made our way back to camp with minutes to spare, as usual. Time for a nice fire and a glass of wine. And I had a lot of catching up to do on polar steps.
Today has only been our second day in the Kruger Park.
It's already a
At
lifetime.
Crocodile Bridge, and we've had so much fun today that it's hard to believe hard to remember what we did this morning. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, it was absolutely incredible. It's like I've lived 2 or 3 days in one.
Amazing.
From our first drive this morning to the last one, it blows my mind.
To top it all, Crocodile Bridge has an exciting wildlife component of its own. At night, genets are regular visitors, while elephants came to within meters of our tent at the fence. In the daytime, Lippy the bushbuck ewe paid us frequent visits, while the warthogs were either inside or outside, but always around. Our next drive was up the S28, where cheetah had been seen the day before. And after an hour's drive, there they were, 3 cheetahs in clear view. We watched for about half an hour as a confrontation between the elephants and cheetah developed. Finally, the cheetah had to make a hasty retreat as the elephant showed his dominance. Clearly, size matters in the Kruger Park.
Now we are on the early morning game drive. We've got our coffee. Yeah, it's my coffee. On this early morning game drive. It's very misty, it's very overcast. The light for photography is not great at all. But we're just sitting.
But the vibe's good.
Yeah, the vibe is amazing. And now we're sitting here just listening to the sounds of the bushveld.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
There's a barbet just in the tree next to us here. We saw a vulture, and I've got a pic of the vulture very close to the car, almost a full frame picture of a vulture.
And he wasn't bothered at all.
Not bothered at all. That's really what are your expectations for today?
Magic, as always, because this place you think this is what you've got planned for the day, and then it just takes you by surprise and it alters your whole day. You just have to be flexible.
We're still looking for that perfect leopard shot.
And the wild dogs?
The wild dogs, we're still looking for those. So our day has begun with a good cup of coffee.
Cheers.
As expected, magic did happen. The next morning, we decided to revisit the S28 where we had last seen the lions. And what happened next was totally unexpected.
We've been on a game drive this morning since 6 o'clock, and we're only about 2 kilometers at the most out of Crocodile Bridge camp. And we spotted a huge crowd of lion coming across here. There were probably about 7 or 8 lions all in all, a female with small cubs.
Very cute.
Yeah, very cute. And then they all moved on, but sadly one of them hasn't, and Amri can tell the story about that one.
Yes, it's one of the males, a youngish looking male still, but he has a snare around his neck, which is cut through his skin here, and it's also hampering his movement because it's also tied around his body. Shame. So he stayed behind here. He's dozing in the sun. We spoke to a ranger or somebody involved here, and apparently there is a team on their way with a chopper and lion dart, and they will dart him and remove it. He says the prognosis is very good because luckily he can still swallow. It's not, we just think it must be a hell of a sore because it's definitely through the skin here, and Keith saw that he couldn't walk properly. So yes, we're hoping that help will arrive.
It didn't take the parks board long before it was all action around the young lion. Soon the snare was removed and the wounds attended to. Once the antidote was administered, there was a hasty retreat as the lion regained his composure. The traumatic ordeal had clearly generated a huge thirst. Fortunately, the Vurhami River was only a short walk away. We watched as he slowly made his way to the water as a free lion again. We had just witnessed a miracle, and our appreciation and support for wildlife conservation was given a major boost. Back at Croc Bridge, it was time to start packing for our next camp, which would be Skukuza in episode 3. Crocodile Bridge was a lot of fun with many unforgettable memories. But finally, we dedicate this episode to snare and trust that you will fully recover and live a long and happy life along the Crocodile and Vurhami rivers. Thank you for watching this episode. Our journey through Kruger Park to Crook's Corner continues in the following episodes. Please like and subscribe to stay informed. Polar Steps has a daily record of our entire trip. Download the app and follow us on Footloose in Africa, Epic Kruger 2024. All our links and info are on our website foreverfree.co.za. You can also follow us directly on Facebook, Instagram, X or email. All the links are posted below. See you in the next episode or online. We love you. Keith and Elmarie.